I believe he will be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. And if he remains dedicated, interested, and without any distractions, I believe that eventually he'll go down in history as the greatest heavyweight champion we've ever had.
Returning to the past, we will see a man who has become a great icon of boxing.
First of all, I'd like to just thank Cus for putting in all the hard work, and I'd like to say hello to all my family back home. I knew from the beginning, but everybody else knew, that it was no calm. It was no calm. Just like the rest of it. A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
He was called the baddest man on the planet for his incredible punching power and aggressive fighting style. His speed, strength, and vicious aggression earned him the title of the youngest world heavyweight champion in 1986. He is Iron Mike Tyson. Today, we will show you all of the most brutal and aggressive knockouts of the legendary Iron Mike. Mike Tyson made his professional debut on March 6, 1985, against Puerto Rican Hector Mercedes. From the very beginning of the fight, the 18-year-old Tyson pounced on his opponent without giving him a single chance.
Swinging hooks to the body from Tyson, and if that is it in round one, that is a pretty impressive professional debut from the man who so nearly went to the Olympics in Los Angeles last year.
Mike Tyson versus Trent Singleton. In the first round, Mike had a magnificent streak of 4 punches, the last of which landed right on Singleton's jaw. Knocked down. Trent got to his feet and continued the fight. However, he could not resist for long.
He gets a mandatory 8 under New York State Athletic Commission rules, and already, from what little we've seen Mike Tyson in his pro career, down goes Singleton again, left hook this time and body, and he's just a perpetual motion machine so far. This isn't going to go too long. Trent Singleton in all sorts of trouble. We're already in round one. The Mike Tyson, the young fledgling professional, 2 fights, 2 wins, the debut on the 6th.
Mike Tyson versus Don Halpin. In the first minute of the 4th round, Halpin misses several incoming punches. Bouncing off the ropes, Don falls to his knees. He gets up and continues the fight, which did not last long.
Can Tyson finish this? I think so. I think so. That's enough. Now that last right hander, that was questionable. Tyson celebrates.
Mike Tyson versus Ricardo Spain.
Shake hands, come out boxing. Good luck, gentlemen.
Mike Tyson, 3 fights.
After a series of 12 unanswered blows from Tyson, Spain tried to find salvation in a clinch. Immediately after, Mike sends him to the canvas with a left hook.
It's like a steam hammer.
Ricardo gets up by the count of 8 and immediately is sent back to the floor with another powerful left hook. The referee was forced to stop the fight.
I don't believe it. That's well inside a minute. Spain can't believe it. Tyson absolutely destroyed him there.
Mike Tyson versus Michael Johnson.
Hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far. Up there he goes. He's just going to pull it.
From the very first seconds, Mike begins to attack his opponent, pressing him to the ropes. A left hook to the body sends him into a knockdown.
I'm glad you pointed it out, because down he goes. The left hook just buried him, dug him in the ribs.
Johnson gets up and wants to continue the fight, but a right cross knocks him out.
Put it all there. The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt, because that was a brutal, wide open punch.
He did not have his guard up, and Mike Tyson.
I plan on boxing Tyson too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch if not better than Tyson.
Will this be a win that puts Donnie Long back into the heavyweight picture?
This will be a win that let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
Mike Tyson versus Donnie Long.
instruction in the dressing room.
After the bell sounded, the boxers met in the center of the ring, and Donnie Long immediately makes an unforgivable mistake when fighting Mike Tyson. He stands directly opposite from him and does not move.
Years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well, that was quick.
The first one, Cappuccino looking on closely. Here comes Tyson. Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. Second time.
In the middle of the first round, Mike hits a powerful left hook to Long's chin and sends him into a knockout.
Look, but give Tyson credit. That's it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down. He collapses, and this one is over as the doctors rush into the ring.
Make no mistake about it. That was a good performance. Not just because of what he did.
Mike Tyson versus Robert Collet. From the very beginning of the fight, Collet tried to keep Tyson at a distance with a long jab. But taking advantage of his overwhelming speed, Mike leaves his opponent no chance. Mike Tyson versus Sterling Benjamin. In the first round, Mike pushes his opponent to the ropes, then throws a left hook. Knockdown. After the referee counted the knockdown, Mike Tyson again pounced on the opponent and launched 12 unanswered punches on him. Literally, a second before the referee was about to intervene and stop the beating, Tyson carries out a powerful blow to the liver, and Benjamin is again on the canvas. Mike Tyson versus Eddie Richardson.
First round, Mickey Herskowitz. Well, you're looking at a very interesting advantage in height and reach. Castiavato, of course.
Right hand, right. First punch he threw.
From the very beginning of the fight, it became clear that it would not last long. Richardson held his hands low and tried to keep Tyson at a distance with a sluggish jab. After the third clinch, Mike pushes his opponent into the corner of the ring and throws his signature left hook to the head. Richardson goes back onto the canvas.
Carried him through the air.
And it's over.
I see right now a major flaw and problem in Mike Tyson's career, and that's going to be to have a fight that lasts long enough to get some good footage on it.
I'm telling you what, it's hard to do. Mike Tyson, without a doubt.
Mike Tyson versus Conroy Nelson. Round 2. Working with a jab, Tyson puts himself in a good position, and taking advantage of Nelson's failed strike, puts a left hook into Nelson's jaw. Conroy falls onto the canvas.
Fast becoming a Tyson trademark. Well, fight number 13, unlucky 13, I don't think so.
Overhand right, then taking him out with a vicious left hand. Referee counted him out at 30 seconds of the round.
Very good fight, experienced fighter.
Mike Tyson versus Sammy Scaff.
He's a shame.
Now look at the height difference, at least 6 inches.
The first round. In one of the corners, Tyson ducks under his opponent's blows and again lands his signature left hook to the head. By this point, Sammy's face was already covered in blood. Another left hook, and Tyson knocks the opponent down. The referee stops the fight.
Sammy Scaff tried to get up. His nose is cut. Look at the side of his nose there.
He's breathing in.
Mike Tyson versus Mark Young.
Mike Tyson fight. He's a young, strong guy who jumps right on his opponents, and I think this might be another early stoppage because this guy's been a little wild these days.
In the middle of the first round, Young makes an unforgivable mistake. He walks forward without hitting, completely covering his entire view with his gloves. Tyson makes a terrific side pull, throwing a powerful right uppercut to the head and knocking down his opponent. The blow threw Young to the ropes from the very middle of the ring. Another victory by knockout.
He's gone. It's over. First round.
Mike Tyson versus David Jaco. As you might expect, Jaco tried to keep Tyson at bay with his jab. However, despite his superiority in arm's length and height, he manages to miss Tyson's attacks. At the end of the first round, Tyson began to target his opponent, but missed with his powerful left hook. He immediately thrust a right hook into Jaco's head. David is back on the canvas. The referee had no choice but to stop the fight due to the rule of 3 knockdowns. Mike Tyson versus Mike Jamison.
Tyson in the black trunks figures to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson,
sorry, after him, and that's the end of round number.
Why don't you use it? Get that left jab out and keep this little guy off you.
Here comes Tyson. Jamison. Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down. Mike Tyson sends Mike Jamison to the mat here in round number 4 for young Mike Tyson.
The 5th round. Jamison stepped up noticeably and tried to catch his opponent with a jab in this fight that was moving quickly. Tyson waited. Seizing the moment, he throws his powerful left hook that knocks Jamison back into the ropes. Here, having carried out a 4-hit combination on the body with a transfer to the head, Tyson forces his opponent to drop to his knee. Jamison gets up again and wants to continue. However, Joe Cortez felt it would be better for him to stop the fight.
Jamison wants to continue. Referee Joe Cortez says no. Jamison says he wants to go on, but the referee Joe Cortez says it